going?
Yep.
Okay. I'm working with one of my guys, just doing some Taiji review. So I thought I'd film it, because why not? So we're just doing some Taiji talking, and I'm going to ignore you a little bit to talk to him, who is hiding off camera. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, so let's just kind of start over where we were.
Okay.
Now that you got your pen. So if we look at it like it's a 9-level progression, and I mean, some people say 5 levels, right? It doesn't matter, right? It's however you divide it. But if it's 9 levels, the first 3 are beginner, the second 3 levels are intermediate, the third 3 levels are what you could consider advanced training, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the first 3 levels of Taiji training, I kind of think of them as posture more than anything else. Posture and origin of movement. So I mean, that's all the stuff we work on. Dantian moves first, 6 harmonies follows. Standing tall like the monkey, right? Or the iron bar, sometimes it's called, which is learning how, basically where your back is, where vertical is. Verticality is actually a slightly different concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can you explain the difference between the two? Do you understand the difference between the two? What's standing tall monkey versus verticality?
Verticality being on the axis versus central like the monkey.
Other way, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, verticality is understanding where up and down is. You're up, down.
Oh.
And then standing tall like the monkey is the alignment of the spine, no matter where you are on the axis. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like the difference between like centerline theory and motherline theory, right? They're almost identical until you get into intermediate or more advanced training, right? And I guess I just said that on camera, so I might as well explain it. Centerline theory, like Wing Chun style, is bisecting the body in the front, understanding that this is where all of my goodies are to get hit, and protecting them with a wedge in order to open up somebody else's center line and hit all their goodies. Motherline is Zhongding, which is central equilibrium, which is back to Taiji, which is the line that would actually go right through the body from the top of the head, right through Bai Hui, through Hui Yin. So it's like inside the torso. And the motherline theory is where verticality takes place, generally, okay? And it's where point of origin of movement takes place. And you can actually slightly change body structure by understanding what the mother line is, which I think I've shown you, where you can kind of, mess around with muscles flexing in your back, even though it doesn't look like you should have structure, you should still be able to structure it. Anyway, so first 3 levels are posture and verticality, right? And origin of movement. So posture is standing tall like the monkey. Bai Hui, Da Jui, Mingmen, Hui Yin, all in a line. Elongating the spine from above and below. That's what you see in Tai Chi classics about. Imagine you're being suspended from above. So if you can kind of hang off of your head, is sort of the thing, right? Like, you've actually got really nice stand tall like monkey because you've been training for years, but it's good to go over it anyway, and we're filming. So, the other thing is being able to put the spine into traction with it. So if you're pulling down a little bit with your tailbone, which should point between your feet or your heels, while you're kind of reaching upwards with the top of your head, you can actually elongate the spine, which is actually really good for health. You can open up the spaces in between the vertebrae. So like when I'm teaching seniors and stuff, we work a lot on that. But the biggest thing that really getting stand tall like the monkey working does, before we even interact with another person, is it allows you to hang from the top of the head, remain vertical, which gives you sung. So sungjin is relaxation power, if you will. But it's not relaxed like a puddle on the floor, you know? It's not like relaxed like in an easy chair. It's relaxed in the same way a bowstring is relaxed on a bow and arrow. It's not trying to be hard or anything, but there's an awful lot of potential in it because of its alignment, right? Because it's strung the stave. If you look at, there's a couple of ways to write song, but one of them, the character actually has a pine tree in it. And it's referring to a pine tree always stands between heaven and earth. It always goes straight up towards heaven, right? And if it snows, the pine tree's branches will bear the weight of the snow without fighting it, but at the same time they don't lose their structure while they do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the load gets too heavy on that tree branch, the tree's branch will just release, and it'll release all that weight, but then it'll spring back instantly to its original space, right? So song is like that. So when you're doing your form, one of the most important things you can have is song, especially at first, right? But in order to have real song, you have to have posture, right? So you want to be able to relax into your posture, is all that means. So when you're practicing, you want to be able to be as relaxed as possible while maintaining proper structure. So like right now when I'm watching your chin, it's a little bit stiff because you're still working on like what move is next and stuff, right? But it can't be, it's hard to explain, you know? But it can't be like, I'm straight.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be, I find my vertical in my spine and then I settled into that spot.
Okay.
And I'm still straight, but now I'm able to move still, right? So that kind of,
I understand what you're saying.
that's kind of making sense, yeah. Okay. How long are we at there? We should.
6.5 minutes.
Can you